Okay, so you guys, this one actually turned out the best. I think I just showed it to you, right? Look at that. Sweet, isn't it? So my next question is, when did you actually decide that, okay, I'm tired of hearing my friends crap about you can't do it and I ain't gonna do it and what you did it with and how you did it? What made you say, you know what, let me go out and see if there's an actual camera that actually does this kind of thing? Matter of fact, how did you even come across this at all? Because I wouldn't even thought to go, like do this if I was doing a film.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't even know this was a thing anymore. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that self-developing pack film was still being done, or what we call Polaroids, even though Polaroid isn't the name of every self-developing pack film. And so I got into it, and I got the first one, and then I started looking into the community, and, there's just so much out there right now. It's having its comeback. I know it's kind of cliche to say that, but self-developing pack film is having a comeback. Okay. A lot of kids that are purchasing power now, have purchasing power now. They didn't grow up with it like you and I grew up with it.
But I got a question.
So they're fascinating.
Let me interrupt you real quick. What if I got an old Polaroid? Because I got one from like '76. I remember, because this was rolling about in the picture. But like one of us turned our heads. I think it was either me or my mother in the picture, and it's blurred. Is there a way to edit and unblur those? You know how you see those commercials about how to unblur something, or like how to fill a picture in when like some of it is missing? I know that's separate and different from a blur.
So there really isn't going to be any way to do that. Now, what you could do is probably have the photograph scanned and then have somebody who's really good at using Photoshop or GIMP, G-I-M-P, to do that.
Okay. The other one is, what if I got a regular Polaroid printed picture and some of it is fading out? What about that? Because I know they got services, they say that they can actually... I mean, how do you know what to fill in a picture when you don't know what was there in the first place?
That falls into photographic restoration, and unfortunately, I really don't know that much about it. So these knowledge gaps come about because when we talk about still photography or we're talking about video editing, I really don't have a lineage. I didn't learn from anybody. I just pretty much taught myself.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. So back to our ghost filming. Were you in the frame of mind that when you belonged to the paranormal group, was it a point where you decided, okay, now I've showed you guys how you can actually juke these pictures, I'm off and I'm running? I mean, so now how did that break off occur, or do you still kind of dabble?
The break off between me and the paranormal club, it has nothing to do really with anything involving the ghost photography, stuff like that. It mostly has to do with the fact that we were initially part of the Ypsilanti District Library.
Oh, okay.
And then
that's good to know.
The Ypsilanti District Library gave us the death sentence and said, you are no longer an approved group of this thing. So from there, we kind of just wondered. And we were actually fine as a group in and of ourselves. And then, for whatever reason, the Ypsilanti District Library decided to bring us back.
Okay.
And I was all in favor of that, provided they negotiated on just one condition I had. And that condition was, you bring us back to Michigan Avenue in October. And the woman who was running it was Ellen Steves, and she decided to run the meetings out of the Whitaker Road Library location.
Okay.
I was not happy, and I sent in a email, which in hindsight, I should have worded very differently.
Okay.
I need an artificial intelligence program that says, Stephen, we're not going to send this email. It sounds a bit hostile.
Okay.
That program would save me so much trouble in this world.
Okay.
But I went down in flames. I used several F-slurs throughout the email to describe how I was unhappy with the YDL, unhappy with Ellen Steves' decisions. It was, and even I'll go on record as saying it was overly harsh, and it was kicking a woman, not so much when she was down, but before she had the chance to get up.
Okay.
Not happy with how I did it, but still, I do feel that that group should have been run out of the Michigan Ave branch, and I felt that whoever negotiated for us kind of stabbed us all in the back with that one. I think it should have been Michigan Ave or nothing.
Okay. So were you guys getting a stipend or a grant or something to help you guys along? Is that what you kind of was the background, or did they run out of funding and say, "Hey, sorry guys," but instead of telling you they didn't have it to pay, they just, "Okay, you're out of here"?
It really didn't have anything to do with that. More so, what it had to do with is the Michigan Avenue branch flooded and was shut down.
Okay.
And that required the people who were working there to work at either the Superior or Whitaker road locations.
Oh, until they got
and one of them, Scott Marlowe, who was the leader of the club, all those Ypsilanti District Library clubs, they have to have a member of the staff to be their leader. Well, he got into a car accident driving to Superior. A deer hit him, which if you've ever been to the Superior branch, pretty easy to see that would happen. It is kind of in a wooded area and whatnot. So he just stepped down. Somebody did take it over for like a month, but generally speaking, for whatever reason, the Ypsilanti District Library wanted us gone. They just wanted us gone as an organization. I have no idea why that is, but we got the death sentence. To answer questions about stipend, yes, the library does have some discretionary funds for their programs and whatnot, but the paranormal club never used those funds or anything like that. So that was really never part of the game.
Okay. It's just something you guys enjoyed, so you just decided, hey, we're going to do this.
Yeah, and I think for whatever reason, the library thought it was, I don't know, childish or dumb to have a paranormal group. And so, like I said, once Scott stepped down, very conveniently, we got the axe. We were brought back, but we were not brought back to Michigan Avenue. We were brought back to Whitaker. I had no interest in coming back.
Okay. Well, guess what? You're home now.
So I am.
And we're going to have a ball. I just got a feeling that this is really going to be fun. And I think the kids are going to really enjoy it too, because, I mean, as a practice, I'm usually doing other things, but I just don't mind imparting skills and giving children something that they could take with them, so that when they get older, they're going to talk about that. Like, I remember when Mr. Steven and Mr. Chuck and Miss Karen, they all loved us enough to give us some of their time and teach us these things that we're now utilizing in hindsight. When we don't think that we're going to be doing something with a particular craft, it turns out that you end up needing it later on down the line. So we just got to understand that sometimes we got to give a little bit of our time, but we can have some fun doing it too. And I thank you for tuning in. This is K-Man for Peace, and y'all better show up again. Oh, and don't forget, click like and subscribe. See ya.